Please help us DIY before the city issues a fine.
Hi, we're the Jacobsons. I'm Jenny, a 3rd grade teacher. This is Dusty. Dusty, can you say hi?
Hi.
Good job.
And I'm Willie. I'm a musician and an artist.
We bought this house recently, and it's a humble home, a good starter home for us, but we poured out our heart and our money into the inside, and now we've lived in it almost 2 years, and the outside looks just as terrible as when we first bought it.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. We could really use your help. As you can see back here, it is just a nice 2-car driveway, but it is surrounded by desert and sand and just rocks and weeds. The side of our house is what's called slump block, which is a cinder block, and it's in need of some help. When they added on an addition before we bought the house, it just looks like a broken piece of a room added to our house. If people park in this nice driveway we have, the only door they see is the door to our bedroom, which is kind of weird, and we don't have a sidewalk, as you'll see as we walk this way, that takes them to the front door. It's just an awkward way to come over to someone's house, which we do have people over quite a bit, and they see a random wall and no sidewalk to the front door. Be careful, right? Be careful.
Dusty's always getting injured in this yard too. We have him come out and play, and the weeds out here are goat heads, and goat heads are these really sharp little burrs, and he gets them in his shoes, and then they get in the house and he steps on them in his socks, and he trips and gets hurt, and so it's a danger for a young kid.
Over here in the front, we're on a corner lot, so we go from the side with the 2-car driveway. We have mounds right here, which could be shaped into something great. We have dead bushes, dead plants, because we don't have a watering system that could keep them alive. So when we bought the house, we tried walking out here and watering them, but it wasn't enough for them to thrive.
We have these really nice fences though.
Yeah, random fences. Over here in the front of our house, we have a pine tree. We enjoy the shade. We like the fact that we have a tree, but it too seems to kind of be dying and has more brown than it does green. Being called an evergreen doesn't quite make sense. We have a lot of weeds. All the green you see are just weeds. Weeds, weeds, weeds.
Like from this camera viewfinder, it actually looks like it might be kind of a lush yard, but don't let that fool you. As I get down here a little closer, you can see this is some tall weed action going on here. You can see the flower on that. Yeah.
Again, we have no sidewalk leading from the 2-car driveway to what is our actual front door here. Both of our doors that go to the outside are old wooden doors that definitely need to be painted or completely replaced. And we have in the front a 1-car driveway that's also old and cracked, and we really don't even want it there, but we don't know how to deal with that.
We do need some help. As the song suggested, we have been almost fined by the city because our weeds were too long. So if you guys could come please help us before we get thrown out by the city, that would be awesome.
And we have a growing family, because this is Willie, I'm Jenny, this is Dusty, and we have Eddie in the oven. So with our growing family, we would like to make this home an actual home and feel better about inviting people over.
Please help us. Thank you.
We're here with Teresa, our next door neighbor. How do you feel about our yard?
Not pretty at all. Not pretty. It's been bad for a long time. Previous owners as well, and it's really an eyesore in the neighborhood.
An eyesore in the
truly
neighborhood. And she has such a nice yard living right next to us. Is it embarrassing to live next to our yard?
Yes, it is. I like to see something different done with it. So hopefully you can do something with it in the near future, as very near and very close.
What would you like to see done in our yard?
Nice xeriscaping, southwest, just natural, but yet nice looking, a little handsome. Better than this, that's for sure.
Kind of like this.
Uh-huh.
Something about like this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the place that has the really nice pot over that way
Mm-hmm.
that we liked. So.
Yeah. You can copy, I don't mind. That's fine. Make it look nice.
Hello, we are here with Mariah. She is our next door neighbor. And she actually lives right across the street from us. They have a giant bay window that kind of faces our house and our yard. And Mariah, I was going to ask you, do you think our yard's kind of ugly?
Yeah, to be honest. Sorry.
So our yard's kind of shady. I mean, do you feel maybe like a little embarrassed, like if your friends come over and you're like, don't look that way?
Yes, I try to tell them to not look over there. Just a little.
So we're here with Sissy. Sissy lives straight across from the corner of our house. Sissy, how do you feel about our yard?
I'm very apprehensive to really say, because you just bought the house, and I realize that, but it is an eyesore. We have the beautiful mountains and the beautiful trees and the weeds. And I can see how when you're out there working, it's just like beating a dead horse, and I feel so bad for you. But I think if you got rid of that area there, it would bring the value of the properties up.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good point.
Yes.
That's a great point. Do you find it kind of embarrassing since you have to come out your door every day and that's what you see to start your day?
I wouldn't say embarrassing, but it's kind of when I sit out, because I have my little swing and I'm out here looking at the beautiful mountains and I see that it's kind of it's kind of rough.
Yeah,
it's kind of a little rough, but I hope you win.
Thanks so
You're
much.
very, very welcome, and welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you.